Hello, everybody. I am Matthew Padilla. I'm here to talk to you guys about grassland intensification and how it enhances nest densities of particularly ground nesting wild bees. Now, first, I want to talk to you guys about a pressing issue pertaining to the agricultural ecosystems and the decline of pollinator populations, particularly ground nesting bees. Intensive agricultural practices, which include mowing and fertilizing, have really taken a toll on these crucial contributors to our agro society and ecosystem. Recent studies done by the Swiss National Science Foundation explore solutions that reveal an alarming correlation between pollinator decline and meadow intensification. The research compared extensively managed meadows, ones with little human interaction, with intensively managed ones, revealing a dramatic difference in ground nesting bee populations. Extensively managed meadows showed an average of 46.8 nests per plot, while intensively managed ones had only around 0.8 nests per plot per sample. This difference is really due to factors like vegetation density, the foliage height, and the percentage of bare ground there is, and moss cover. Ground nesting bees are crucial to sustain agro ecosystems and share an indirect mutualistic relationship to us, civilization, by providing essential crop pollination that we all feed off of. However, the degradation of native habitats poses a severe threat to the bee population as a whole. And particularly in Europe and North America, these bee populations are at the brink of extinction. And unlike the common aerial nesting bees like honeybees that we really know, it is the ground nesting bees that mainly and predominantly contribute to the pollination in like the global pollination, as you will. This imbalance significantly impacts the stability of the agro ecosystem. And despite the common knowledge of how important ground dwelling bees are to the world, there is limited knowledge about the specific qualifications for their optimal habitat and niche. And in this study, the hypothesis proposed that an environment with less ground cover but featuring short and diverse foliage is best for ground nesting bees. This research really aims to shed light on factors that are crucial for the survival of these essential pollinators and consequently the sustainability of the agro ecosystem as a whole. This scientific study was conducted in 2019 in Sweden. This region predominantly is populated with grasslands and forests, which are, a bee's natural habitat. And we strategically selected 18 plots within the region and implemented a random selection process to ensure, non-biasm. At each of the 9 sites that we selected, we established a pair of plots. These plots were 250 by 250 meters in parameter. And to minimize the variables such as, soil structure and climate and, overall ecosystem status, each location was meticulously assigned both an extensively managed plot and an intensively managed plot. The pair of plots within each site um, were kept within a range of 0 through 32 meters apart, while the individual sites themselves were spaced out at least 1 kilometer apart. The intensively managed plots were given 150 to 200 kilograms of nitrogen fertilizer annually and underwent mowing about 5 times a year. So, in contrast to the intensively managed plots, the extensively managed plots were not given any fertilizer and only did the mowing like about twice a year at most. And this study was done over a 6 year period, and this provides as much accuracy as possible the given time. And let me share with you guys the results from the study. In total, 1,714 nests were counted across 18 total plots. And the hypothesis was valid: a extensive grassland with less ground cover, with short foliage, and a lot of yeah, with short foliage is very optimal for ground nesting bees. Upon comparing the extensively managed and intensively managed plots, a notable pattern kind of emerged. Extensively managed crops showed a wide range of populations of the bees within a mean of about 26.8 nests per sample size. And in contrast, the extensively managed plots, or no, intensively, sorry, managed plots were had a range count of 0 to 22, and in total had a mean of 0.8 nests per plot, which is very low. Some of the plots did not have any nests at all. Soil properties did not have a lot of impact on the population size. However, the height of vegetation and ground exposure that really displayed a correlation with the nest numbers. For the 250 by 250 meter sampling plot, the percentage of the grass cover provided to be a significant factor with a p-value of 0.002, as did the height of the vegetation with a p-value of less than 0.001, and you could refer to the table 1. While the percentage of the bare ground cover did not show a significance at the 250 by 250 plot size, it became highly significant at the smaller plot level with a p-value of less than 0.001 as well. And you could also refer that to table 1. Integration of extensive practices and meadow management emerges as a really powerful driver for promoting ground nesting bee populations. On the contrary, intensive practices such as frequent mowing, plowing, and fertilizer have shown to be degrading, and leads to a negative impact on the agro ecosystem. So specifically, it really impacts the bee populations as a whole. And analyzing data from the smaller pots, we can identify a key variable influencing the nest count. The percentage of bare ground and moss cover is really crucial when it's a smaller sample size. However, when expanding the scale to the larger sample size, grass cover percentage and plant height became the predominant factors. And you could also refer that to figure 2. And regardless of the scale, it is really evident that restraining intensive agricultural practices is really important for, you know, environmental rehabilitation and conservation. It is possible that the shorter vegetation allows for the top layer of the soil temperature to increase rather than having a taller vegetation. And the increase of temperature can actually promote arthropod development, including bees. And additionally, the increased bare ground and moss cover can provide suitable habitats for bees while offering protection from predators. Although species richness and diversity were not recorded, it is believed that overall extensification contributes to the overall ecological health, and intensified grasslands in comparison with fertilizer application and frequent mowing proves to be detrimental to the niche of the ground nesting pests, sorry, ground nesting bees in particular. The These critically endangered species are facing heightened risk due to modern agricultural practices, and to protect ground nesting pollinators from, further population decline and ultimately extinction, promoting ecological legislation is very important. These can include inhibiting frequent mowing of the grasslands and limit fertilizer application, and additionally actively engaging in positive ecological rehabilitation is vital. And in conclusion, our findings underscore the urgent need to shift towards sustainable and ecological friendly agricultural practices to really secure the future of, food scarcity. Well, food security, I mean. And thank you for your time.